Cory, how you feeling?
Well, pretty good, obviously. You gotta feel pretty good after a win, especially over a tough opponent.
Yeah, you've had a few minutes to, kind of think about the fight. How do you feel about your performance, man?
I haven't watched it, so I'm sure there's plenty of mistakes I can pick out of it and things I can learn from. But at the end of the day, what really matters is winning, and I won. And then not only that, I got a finish. So, I'm pretty happy with it. And like thinking back, overall, I feel like I did pretty good, and we had a good game plan going into it, and I feel like I stuck to it pretty well and executed it, and it worked out.
Did you have a big chip on your shoulder coming into this fight just because of what happened last season?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, 'cause I wasn't too happy with the way things played out last season, but it is what it is. I was given an opportunity to come in as a replacement, kind of a little bit last minute. I think I had 5 or 6 weeks ahead of time, but I didn't get 2 fights in the season. And then I was actually tied with Sorty for points going into it, and or going into the playoffs. And to be honest, I feel like I should have been the one to go in because it took him 2 fights to get 4 points. I got 4 points in 1 fight, and I got a finish, and he got no finishes. But the criteria was already set up before that it's whoever has the most fights goes in. I just think that's a dumb criteria. So that kind of annoyed me, but it is what it is. I was given an opportunity. I did the most that I could with it, and I can't really do much about that.
Did you hear all the fan chatter? They were behind you, wanting you to get it in? Did you feel that?
Oh yeah, no, that's my friend, or my brother Ruben, and then my friend Jeremy Chapin was the really, really loud one there, and he's kind of hard to miss.
Awesome. And then finally for me, man, how does it feel to get a win and a finish over a former PFL champion?
It feels great. I knew going into it that Sorty was really, really tough. When my manager gave me the call, I was like, oh yeah, your opponent switched, you're stepping in, you're fighting Sorty. I was like, okay, awesome. That's a tough fight, but awesome. I have a lot of respect for him. Tough opponent. He won this tournament before. He's got a ton of experience. He's got 30 fights or 30-something fights. I don't know. He's got a lot of experience. He's been around with a lot of tough guys, beat a ton of tough guys. So a lot of respect for the man. And I knew it was going to be tough. And fortunately, like I said, I got great coaches, great teammates, great training partners, put together a good game plan, and stuck to it and was able to execute and get the win.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey Cory, was there anything that surprised you in this fight from Sorty's game plan and things that maybe you anticipated to happen that didn't happen?
Not really. I watched plenty of tape on him. I knew what to expect out of him. Like I said, he's had tons of fights, and it's pretty clear the way that he fights. So, it wasn't too surprising. We just watched some tape, saw what he did, and then game planned appropriately.
I'm not sure how much you paid to the betting public, but he was a -455 favorite, I believe.
I assumed he'd be a huge favorite, which is to be expected. He's got 2 or 3 times as many fights as me, and he's won this tournament before. Fought overall a tougher level of competition. I've fought some tough guys, don't get me wrong, but he's fought more of them. So yeah, I expected to be the underdog. I didn't actually see the line, but whatever. Betting lines don't mean anything. Who cares?
Last thing for me, you've got such a calm demeanor. I was curious, Cory, what makes you laugh? What makes you crack?
Plenty of stuff. There's not a ton to laugh about in the fight usually. So
Fair.
I laugh at all sorts of stuff. I'm laughing right now.
Perfect. Thanks, John. Congrats.
Cory, how satisfying is it to get this feather in your hat? Over a win over Sorty, just like you mentioned. He had tons of experience over a lot of big names, and you go out there and you finish him.
It's extremely satisfying. I believe that if I'm in shape and uninjured and my mind's right, that I can compete with anyone in the world. And this was my opportunity to go out there and prove it against someone who's a former champion, won this tournament before. So it feels good to be able to go out there and prove to everyone else what I already know about myself.
Was it surprising? Were you surprised at how easy you made it look?
Well, I'd have to actually watch the fight to see if it looked easy or not. But like I said, me and my coaches, we came up with a great game plan. We watched some tape on him, we saw what he did, and we game planned appropriately. Shout out to Mike Pyle and John Wood over there. Great game plan, and we just stuck to it. We knew what we needed to do to get the win, and I was able to stick to the game plan, which sometimes isn't always as easy as it sounds once you get in there, but in this case, I was able to do that and execute and get the win.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cory, how is your confidence heading into the next round now?
I mean, confidence always comes and goes in waves for me. You know, this is obviously a big confidence booster, beating a very tough opponent. But going into any fight, no matter how confident I am, you know, there's always the waves of nervousness that come with it. That's just a part of fighting, and I would think that probably, you know, 95% of fighters go through that same thing. So it's just part of the roller coaster of fighting, you know, mental and emotional roller coaster.
Any matchup that particularly interests you?
No, I'd have to really like sit down and watch everyone's fights tonight, and you know, see how they did and what they look like to really kind of evaluate that.
Last question for me is, how are you planning to celebrate tonight? Are you gonna eat some
Celebrate?
chocolate?
Yes, I'm going to eat some chocolate, maybe a little bit of ice cream, go hang out with my coaches and my friends and my brother, and yeah, just enjoy the win and soak it all up.
Thank you, Cory.
Thank you.
I gotta say, them brownies are good.
Oh, we got brownies?
Yeah.
All right, that's step number one.